I don't know if they can hear me on live, but my screen not going. Here we go. Well, everyone, I'm flipping through an ad. Hi, Sophia. It's so nice to see you again. I don't know if I got to answer your question today. I think you were kind of, I was leaving. I'll make sure that if it's the case that I don't, I have a feeling, so I'll make sure that I answer your question today. A matter of fact, you can ask it, go right ahead. In the meantime, I want to do a short reading for the collective. And what I mean by that is for those who couldn't make it but wanted to be here, and for all those who are here. I feel like we should just do a quick reading from our spirit guides. Just what do you want us to know? Real quick, I do want to know I have chat on. So some of the questions, you think they're not answered, but they were answered, but maybe you had to leave. Because I'm usually, why is my screen scrolling? I hope it's on my internet. So can you hear me? When I see, boy, I'm lagging behind. Not answered, but the volume's okay. All right, there. Okay, now I see some others. Hi, Wisdom Whispers. I just love everyone's usernames. I guess that's what you would call them. All right, so Sophia, I'll get you 1 second. I want to do this for the collective, though. Just what do our spirit guides want us to know? I feel like there's a reason why I'm doing the lives today. It feels very purposeful, if that's a word. Let me bring the lid down. So this is for all those who are here, all those who wanted to be here but maybe couldn't make it. Just what do our spirit guides want us to know? And I'm going to say hello to everybody once I do this, but I really want to concentrate because this is for everyone. We have the Three of Swords. Okay. It did show in reverse. I normally don't read reversals in a live, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. God, it just flew out. Look at this. Memories of love in reverse. What's going on? My deck's in the upright. Everything seems to be coming in reverse. And then firm foundation and emotional loss. But truth be told, these are also in reverse. Okay. So let's look at this. Why is everything in reverse? Well, first of all, we have emotional loss that's mirrored by heartache and loss. So two losses, right? But they're from the same person, let's say. Emotional loss talks about where one's focus is at. And in the Five of Cups, usually my focus is on what I have lost. And what you got to be careful of in that energy is we don't get to like a woe is me type energy. In the Five of Cups, though, when this person makes a change, there's two cups that have yet to be found. So I have a feeling some of you are finding those cups. And I have a feeling this heartache, is interesting because I feel like, it's like, oh, you're with someone and you think that's the only one. And then they hurt you and they hurt you. And then finally you let go. And then you find someone that is like so different, that is so loving. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling like I may have made, and when I say I mean all of us. I feel like I may have made some choices that maybe didn't serve me, and it does feel like old love was on a rocky ground. I want to say background. I don't know. It's a rocky background. That doesn't sound right. Um, so I just want to look at a couple things. Wisdom, the waiting game, and then the tower. Okay. So first and foremost, I feel like this is saying for those who are waiting for someone to love you, if they're not showing you the love that you deserve right now, then I feel like then you need, or think about, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do, but think about like, do I want to give this person any more of my time? And here's why, because I feel like this is talking about, it's interesting. Again, I was going to name this title Live Love Tarot Readings because I feel like we're going to speak a lot about love. So I feel like this is like me saying, no more, I'm not waiting. If you can't love me now, then you're not going to love me later type of energy. And I feel like when I make that change, right, when I get back to myself, that's really what it is, getting back to myself, my self respect, what I deserve in the world. I feel like that's when this soulmate energy opens up. So I'm just going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you meet someone in probably the most unexpected ways. Um, but it's not that the other person couldn't have been a soulmate because we have more than one soulmate and we want to remember that. Um, but I feel like this is talking about the potential of a soulmate for the rest of your life. Okay. So I wanted to do that. Sorry. I always light a cigarette when I begin these. I don't know why. And then that I keep lighting the same cigarette because it keeps going out. So, anyways, you probably didn't need to know that. I just scrolled right out of the comments. Okay. Sophia, I believe I have a divine counterpart, but we are not in union. Will he play a part in my spiritual journey and gifts? I know it's not dependent on him, but will play a part. All right, so Sophia, so you believe you have a divine counterpart, but you're not in union. Will he play a part in your spiritual journey and gifts? I know it's not dependent on him, but will he play a part? Interesting. I'm trying to think like how can I mean not that I need to reword it because um I feel like your guides know what you're saying. Just trying to think what deck do I want to use? I'm gonna use the Cozy Witch, Sophia. Oh, I said it right for once. So with that being said, let's leave it open to your guides now. So for Sophia's guides of the light, tell us more about this counterpart and divine counterpart and the role he will be playing in her life. All right, I'm going to shuffle, Sophia. It's funny, I keep saying like in the lives that I'm just going to take off the top, which would save a lot of time, probably allow me to do more readings. We have the Queen of Wands. Replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. Queen of Wands can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When I think of the Queen, and by the way, when I do readings, which what's this black crap on my nail, which I feel like many of you know, like I'll give you the signs. What is going on? I'll give you the signs, but then I feel like it's the action. So, first of all, replacing self-doubt with self-confidence, Sophia. I have a feeling you're a confident person, though, but look what follows it. The 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. Sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. That's interesting because I actually gave a reading that title. I think it was Taurus. I can't remember. So you have the 10 cups. But it looks like you're doing your thing. And it looks like you're proud of what you're doing. As you should be. I feel like normally, let's just say, I feel like you are, I feel like you're normally like the type of person that like I would want to hang out with. And I feel like you're pretty proactive in the things that you want to bring into the world. But we're asking about this counterpart or divine counterpart. But we have the 10 of cups. We have, interesting, the 10 of swords. Now, it did show in reverse, so I don't know. Should I read reversals? I guess I should. Ten of Cups up against the 10 of Swords. Wow. 10 of Swords can be a repeat pattern. Let's read what it says here. Hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. Hurt people, hurt people. So true. But it's in reverse. It's in reverse. We have the 8 of Pentacles. That's you doing your thing, my dear. First and foremost, I want to say that I love that the 8 of Pentacles is here for you, because especially mirrored by this queen over here, the queen of action, the queen that really pays attention to her intuition. I definitely feel like that's you. And again, it doesn't matter what your sign is, but it's being mirrored by the 8 of Pentacles. Remember that 8 of Pentacles. First, it's an 8. Universal year 8 is now. It's now. This is also the energy of working at your craft and building it to true success. It's interesting because I have a feeling some of the situations you've been through, let's just say, in your life that have not been easy, I feel like they've now become your wisdom, and I feel like you're using that. Interesting. She's using her hands like she's building. Well, she is building. She's building birdhouses. And then we have, hello, the Emperor. And then we have Judgment. So this is what I feel, Sophia. I feel like the Emperor is your divine counterpart. Now, card varies, but that doesn't matter. So this is what I'm feeling. I feel that I have my window open. Sorry, guys. That's because I want you to hear the birds and that, not the cars. But anyways, I feel that this is talking about, I feel like your divine counterpart needs some growth in his life. I feel like he hasn't quite met the energy of what I would call the divine, like he is your divine counterpart, but I don't know that he's reached that energy yet. I feel like he has every ability to do that. And then you have Judgment right next to that. So I do feel like this is him. And then Judgment is calling you to the present moment. It's coming under the reversal of the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords is where you're letting all those swords of the past drop out. It doesn't serve you to keep those swords in your back. So they're falling out. And when they fall out, I feel like this is really the time that you may see some action. It does feel like you will be together. And it does feel like ultimately he is a man of integrity. But I do feel also that there's still a little bit of, I don't know if maturing is the right word. Let's just say growth. But I feel like he will do that. He will do that. And I love that he's coming over the 10 of Cups, because you're not alone in that 10 of Cups. That is the house of harmony. And I wonder if you work from home. Um, you don't have to, but I feel like your money sector is also very, very good, because even the Emperor, now I'm reading the Emperor is two different things. I do feel like this is your divine counterpart, but I also feel like this is you as you're building your life, your career, your platform. I feel like you like stay focused upon it, because I feel like you're going to find like real success, real success. And again, I don't know if you're working from home, but this is great energy if you are, but it doesn't have to be working from home. So judgment says, okay, I need you in the present moment, my dear. Why? Because there's about to be some type of a rebirth. Why? Well, because you allowed these swords to come out. And because you're no longer carrying that energy, it's time. So I feel like you're going to find that, I'm not going to say he's going to have a part within what you do, maybe. Um, but I do feel like eventually you are going to come together. I feel like this is a little bit of a clue, but I feel like allowing all those swords to fall out, it means I'm not going to carry regret, rejection, sadness, hurt. I'm not going to carry that with me any longer. I'm going to start from today, and I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to be action oriented, and you're going to see not only the fruits of your labor, but I feel the fruits of your love. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Hope that helps, Sofia. It's interesting because, like, will he play a part? It doesn't feel like it. I feel like the part, if anything, he'd be playing is supporting you. Okay. Wisdom whispers. Can you tell me what my Capricorn's feelings and intentions are, please? Of course I can. Um, don't forget to check out, I did for each sign, their true feelings at this moment. So don't forget to check that out. Look under Capricorn, but also look under your own sign. Okay, can you tell me what Capricorn's feelings and intentions are, please? Well, let's bring in the Psychic Tarot. Sofia, he's a Capricorn, you're a Taurus. All right. I want to say also very quickly, while I have quite a few in the room, that don't forget that your spirit guides know that you're here. And like, let's say that you want a question answered, and I hope that I can get to all the questions today. But let's say that I don't. Don't forget that many times, like, you'll hear someone else's answer, and you'll be like, "Holy cow, that sounds like mine." Well, that's because your guides know you're here. So, use that to your advantage. Okay, but wisdom. Wisdom whispers. Wisdom whispers. What's the Capricorn's feelings and intentions? Well, we start with memories of love. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Interesting. First of all, two cards of water right off the bat. So that tells me there's a lot of emotional feelings here. Memories of love tells me that there must be some happy, maybe even treasured memories of you. I feel like, this emotional withdrawal, it could certainly be you, but I kind of feel like it's him. Hello, lovers. Well, 2 6s with an 8 in between. 2 6s, which speaks of relationships, by the way, but this 8 in between. Now, 8 speaks of infinity, as above, so below, no beginning, no end. But it also speaks about this year, again, a universal year. So, we don't want to know like what's going to happen in 2027. We want to know what's going to happen soon. We have, all right, the Two of Swords. And then we have the 8, interesting, the 8 of Wands. So you have 2 8s connected, 88. You guys know I see that all the time. I see 33 all the time. But that's a positive movement forward. Excuse me, card went flying. Rest and rejuvenation. All right, so there's some healing going on. There's some healing, and I can tell you where the healing is. It's in his mind. It's interesting. Wisdom whispers. I feel like I gotta say whispers, quiet. It's interesting because honestly, I feel like he loves you. I feel like you are two of a kind. And I don't mean like I don't know why I even said that. I don't know if you're two of a kind, but I feel like your guides are saying that, like you're two of a kind. Um, to me, the Lovers does speak of the meaning of the card is a head over heart decision, but really, it is also about the chemistry between these two people. And I feel like he misses you. But I do feel like right now, like he's fighting his own mind. Like, what do I do about that? Do I move forward? Now, the good news is I feel like his spirit guides are helping him to overcome the things that he needs to overcome. And in a way, that's for your protection. You know what I mean? So to speak. Interesting how we have these 8s and then the 4, half of that 8. So I just want to take a card on this side, firm foundation, and I want to take one on this side, solitude. That's the Hermit. So I feel like Capricorn's feelings are deep. I do feel like he misses you, but I feel like he's going through a period of reflection right now, whether he wants to or not. It's almost like, it's almost like I'm forced to deal with certain thoughts. But I feel like as he does, he becomes more clear, more spiritual, more where he can trust. I have a feeling he may have dealt with some trust issues. And I don't feel like it's from you. I just feel like in his life, and it doesn't even have to be love. It could be like my parents, I just wasn't very many people I could trust. So I feel like these are the things he's overcoming right now, but you do have positive movement forward. And I feel like one of the reasons why is because I feel like you both miss each other. And I do feel like, somebody withdrawed emotionally. I kind of feel like it was him. But in the same breath, I feel like, what is his spirit guides doing right now? Well, they're helping him to have clarity of mind, but they're also helping him to become, how do I say this? I feel like saying like more of a man, but I mean that as in integrity, and not that he doesn't have integrity, but I mean like more integrity. Now his intentions, I feel like in time, of course, I don't want you to wait, but I do feel like in time, um, because he misses you, I have a feeling he's going to reach out. I want to just take one right over the 8s. Look at that, the 9 of Swords, suffering in silence. Now, I'm looking at him, not you. If that makes sense. I'm looking at his energy. So he's the one that's got this Nine of Swords. Now, you may also carry that. This is unnecessary worry, but there is a lot of worry. So I have a feeling he's got a little bit of a issue around emotionally committing or committing emotionally. And those are the things that his guides are helping him to work on. But his intention, I feel like, once this is dealt with, then you may see movement. You probably will see movement. 2 nines, by the way. It's like replacing the worry with wisdom. That's what his guides are doing. They're trying to replace this worry with wisdom. I have a feeling both of you are old souls. These 2 nines just make me think of you and the two of you in a past life. We can be old souls, but it takes a moment to figure that out at the same time. But I do feel like you both are old souls. I do feel like you've loved before, not just in this lifetime. And I do feel that, I have a feeling like some of these issues, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, but like I feel like some issues had to happen for someone to have realization. Sometimes I got to lose what I love to know how much I really loved it, type of energy. But that's what's going on right now. I feel like in time, he's going to make a move. But I feel like in the meantime, just why are my decks all over the place already? In the meantime, I feel like do your thing. Stay optimistic, not just about him, but just about your life. Like, because I feel like the more I'm open to the world's adventures, the more adventures that are sent to me. So keep your mind open there. Okay, I hope that helped. I'm looking Shailan, Krylam, Chyla. I think that's IN. Anyway, you were just saying hi, I think. All right, so I'm going to do GR real quick. Then I'm going to come back. I am going to do where I just saw you somewhere. Fluffies. Okay, so we'll do you next. By the way, Fluffies, that card I pulled for you yesterday, I felt like it was just perfect. It was just the perfect thing. Anyways, can you clarify what is with Capricorns today? Can you clarify my Capricorn's living situation? He is supporting his sister's 3 kids. Her husband left last March. Is he drinking too much? All right, GR. So let's use something we haven't used yet for you. I'm going to pull out the Light Seers. And by the way, if I just skipped over you, don't worry. I'm going back and forth, back and forth. But I did say donations have to come first. It just feels fair to me. But other than that, I'll be going back and forth, back and forth. So GR. All right, so he's supporting his sister, her 3 kids, and her husband left in March. And is he drinking too much? So I remember a little bit of your reading from yesterday. It's hard to remember exactly because I do so many. Um, like I get a lot of emails, people like after these type of readings and they want more clarification. But truth be told, it's like I do so many that I can't hang on to like one in my mind. Um, so understand that. That's why I put chat replay on. Okay. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. Well, that Eight of Pentacles is certainly showing him supporting those children with the Page of Cups next to it. I'll be honest, I don't feel like he is like thrilled about it. But nonetheless, he is doing it. But I don't feel like he's thrilled. We have the World. The next chapter. I feel like, because in a way, these are good deeds that he's doing by helping her, even though I feel like, in my heart of hearts, it's like, but I feel like because it's hard. But I feel like, this is the kind of energy where I feel like it's going to come back around for him, but in a good way. Two of Cups. Well, that's you. It's interesting, it's following the World. We have Judgment. We have the Hangman. I feel like he's following what feels like guidance. And it's interesting because I don't feel like this is something he's going to want to do forever. You know what I mean? I feel like, yes, I'm going to help you. But in the meantime, like I feel like he's hoping that either they come back together or she finds someone else, because I do feel like he wants to be relieved of that. Because it does feel like a lot. Eight of Swords. GR, I feel like he's got so much on the table right now, on his table, that to think about anything else kind of feels difficult. And, again, I feel like though he's doing something quite kind, right? Helping to take care of his sister and the kids. I still get this energy of like, let it end. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Wands. All right. So I forget what your question was. Let me go back real quick. Is he drinking too much? I'm not really seeing anything where he potentially could be drinking too much. I feel if anything, I feel right now he kind of feels tied to this situation. Like almost like what else could I do? And I also feel, it's interesting, GR, but all of a sudden I'm picking up this feeling of, am I learning from these experiences? Like almost like I'm looking at my sister's husband, and from his lack of action, I feel like he's learning how to be a better partner. So he's seeing things and doing things that maybe is not what I really want to be doing, but he is learning through this experience. He is learning. Um, and I do feel like ultimately, I do feel like your soulmates. I mean, we've talked about this before. And it's interesting. You have the Eight of Wands up against the Eight of Pentacles, kind of, sort of. Let's take one over on this side. The Four of Swords, healing. So, I don't know when this is going to end, like this situation, but I feel like this situation definitely holds him in place. But I feel like when it ends, like, whether the sister and her husband come back together, or she meets someone else, or she moves out, whatever happens, I feel like then you may start seeing some movement, some action. But I have a feeling right now this is priority. But I mean priority because I feel like I almost don't have time to do anything else. Um, I just want to look at one more thing. Six of Swords. I don't feel like he's drinking. I could be wrong, but I don't feel that. I feel like he's a drinker, but I feel like there's parts of the toxicity within himself, I feel like are being cleared at the same time. It's like good karma. Oh, all the comments just left. What is going on? Something's going on in the sky. Okay. But I don't feel like you have to worry about his drinking so much. And again, I do feel like, you still hold that special place. But this situation definitely feels like it's taken priority, even though I really don't want it to be. All right, I just lost all my comments. Let me go back in. I'm going to come back for everyone. I want to go to, well, let me say hello. Let me at least say hello. Hi, my own ride or die, Rachel B. from North Carolina. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Marigold 6505. Fluffers, okay. Fluffies. I want to answer your question next. But I want to say hello, Leanne. Les Fleurs. Yes, I do work from home. I'm on a mission. Okay, Sophia. That's good. I mean, I love that you work from home because I feel like that's where it felt like a lot of abundance was coming from. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Kate. Hi, Sadie. Cheryl Ann. Shanta. Haven't seen you for a while. Hi, Tara. Creating My Reality. And Sadie. GR, you're very welcome. Okay, I'm going to go back to Fluffies. Fluffies. Where'd you go? Fluffies. Okay. Hi, I'm here. Seeing if you could do reading about work. When will okay, so your first transaction for 2024, you just started your business. Okay, so I like the tarot dreams for our material world. So this is for Fluffies. For your new business, when will you see your first transaction? By the way, I just want to let anybody know if you have your own channels online. I don't know if they let you leave links, but if you do, feel free to share them if it allows you, because we would love to support. I feel like we would love to support everyone. Okay, Fluffies, your new business. When are you going to start seeing transactions, or at least your first one? Wow, we have the Five of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. You know what it makes me feel like in the Five of Pentacles? This is the hard work that you put in. Now, it has nothing to do with the Five of Pentacles. It's just what I feel from it. Like, it's the hard work. It's what I've done. It's what I've put in. And then the Nine of Pentacles. Successful self-employment. That's a great omen for you. Successful self-employment. First, the work. In the Nine of Pentacles, someone is reaping the benefits of their hard work. So let's put that out there. And not only are they reaping it, but if this isn't like this talks about, and talk about many different things, but to me it talks about successful self-employment, and the person that's in this energy is the sole benefactor of this money. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have to pay my bills with that money, but it comes directly to you. It's a great omen. I love seeing that for you. And then your card, Faith, last night, keeping that faith, keep that hope alive. Interesting, we're not getting any more cards. It's almost like, what else you want, Sandy? There's success. Nine of Wands. Two nines next to each other. Interesting. Nine of Wands is giving yourself a pat on the back for the work that you have done. It talks about the work that you have done. And it's looking right back over at the Nine of Pentacles, which again is success. So I feel like, because I feel like a hard worker. I definitely think you're going to reap I definitely know you're going to reap the benefits. I shouldn't say think. I know you're going to reap the benefits. The person in the Nine of Pentacles comes out so much stronger than when I went in. And this is you concentrating on your thing. And I definitely feel like it's paying off. Your cards are very slow. We have the High Priestess, your intuition, trusting that above all. The High Priestess, Three of Swords, under that Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is like a tower that happened. But I feel like you found your way out of that. Now, we do have the Three of Swords, so, something may have happened that may have put you on the exact path that you're on. Sometimes we look at this Three of Swords and we're like, oh man, it's heartache, it's pain. And yes, it is that, but it's of the past. And if we can take that energy and we can almost decipher it, there's a lot we can do with it to help others. And even to understand ourselves, to understand that these potential towers, these things that we think are hurting us are actually helping us. And I feel more universal. I'm not talking about a person. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them real quick. We have the Hermit. Look at that, another 9. 3 nines. This tells me a couple things. This tells me you're a deep reflector. The Moon. The Death card. But don't worry, because the Death card's mirroring the Three of Swords. And remember, when the Death card shows up, it talks about one door closing so another door can open. Well, it's not talking about opening the Three of Swords. This door has already opened, and it is in the Nine of Pentacles. But you're just beginning. You're just beginning. And then look at this, the Knight of Cups. Well, to me, the Knight of Cups is your transaction. It's interesting because it's coming over the moon, which is a card of Pisces. So you could very well be seeing something in Pisces energy, where you see, let's just say, a transaction where you really take notice of it. I feel like I definitely feel like you're gonna, first of all, I definitely feel you're gonna have success. Keep trusting yourself above all. Your intuition is a big part of this. Closing old doors, the new doors can open. I feel like you've already done that. And now I feel like it is about when this Knight of Cups comes in. Now, to me, this means money. And because it's coming over the moon, I feel like February, maybe before February, but I mean, February is right around the corner. So I feel like expect, and I don't feel like it's a one-time thing. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like over and over. So I feel like February, and you're on the right track. I know you didn't ask me that. And you have the ability to truly create success for yourself. Use your wisdom above all, especially during the periods of times of uncertainty. Trust your intuition, trust what you already know, and then be open to the universe. Tell the universe, I am open. Business is open. Come on in, like let the universe know, like I am now ready and I am open for business. And I feel like February is when everything starts moving, because this is something that's going to make you very happy. And listen, I've owned a couple businesses, and I remember like the first transaction. It's exciting, and I feel like that's exactly how it should be for you. So I like that a lot, Fluffies. All right, I'm going to let that be. I feel like my table is a mess. Why? And what are these two cards? Okay, well, one more thing, Fluffy. Since these are just laying there, we have the Eight of Pentacles, keeping your focus on your work, the world, and then look at this, the Ten of Pentacles. Hello, the House of Abundance. We just saw the 9, and now we have the 10. You have a lot to look forward to. And the more focus you put upon your business, the bigger it's going to grow. Or let's just say the more successful it's going to be. I feel like this is something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Okay. Okay, let me look around. All right, so I'm going to go back a little, and I'm going to go to Rachel B. from North Carolina. My own ride or die. You're having a crazy time. You need help. You're in Aries. Okay. All right, so Rachel from North Carolina, having a crazy time, and you need some help. You're in Aries. What should I use for Rachel? What should I use for Rachel? All right, Universal Tarot. So let's just see what's going on. Why is Rachel going through this energy right now? Is it meant for something bigger? What's going on? King of Wands. That could be you. Remember, in these type of readings, well, we always remember that we are both masculine and feminine. So that could very well be you. But we'll see. It does stand for an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. He's looking back. Why is he looking back? Not looking ahead, he's looking back. 10 of Cups. His back is to the 10 of Cups. But the 10 of Cups is here. Why is the King's back to it? 8 of Cups. Rachel, I get this feeling that you just left a relationship, or you're on your way out of a relationship. 7 of Swords. Came in reverse. I'm going to keep that in mind, but I feel like putting in the upright. This can be untrustworthy energy. It can feel like the thief in the night. I do feel like this would be considered crazy energy. The energy that you just said you're dealing with. 7, 8. It's almost like we need the 9 in between. So here's this crazy energy. And I feel like, listen, I feel like if you're dealing with anyone who is untrustworthy, I do feel like you're making a stand, of not taking it. It's interesting because, well, let's go under it. Look at this. We have the Hangman, but he's in the awakened state. So I feel like what this is saying for you, Rachel, is even though your energy right now may feel crazy, you've got control. I feel like you're learning a valuable lesson, and lessons are not easy. Sometimes they are, but I don't feel like this one is. We have the 9 of Wands under that 10 of Cups, and then we have the King of Pentacles. It's like, are you thinking of leaving one king for another? I almost feel like I did all I could do in the 10 of Cups. And it doesn't have to mean it's a marriage or anything like that. But I did all I could do. And I'm aware of that. This king may be an opportunity for you. Let's follow him a little bit. We have the Moon. So I feel like there's someone around you right now where you're not sure whether you can trust them or not. And again, it doesn't have to mean like someone's cheating on me in love. It can mean that, but you would already know that. I don't make those kind of predictions like, oh, be careful, someone's cheating on you. No, I feel like I make it very clear with my guides, like, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I want to be the bearer of truth, but in a way that the person is more empowered from it. So, nonetheless, I do feel like you're having some type of an awareness that it may not be easy to be aware of it. But listen, once we're in the awakened state, we stay in the awakened state. I just feel like there's some uncertainty going on around you, and I feel like it might be driving you a little crazy. I want to look at the 7 of Swords, right at it, straight at it. Ace of Cups. And the Wheel. However, the wheel's turned. Interesting. So someone you loved, who you couldn't trust, who I feel like you left, or if you haven't left, you're thinking of leaving. And it's interesting because and this could be talking about an old relationship, but I feel like maybe I thought, this person was the only person, but that's not true, because I feel like this is saying that this person didn't sit on your wheel, didn't sit in your destiny. So to me, it means it's a free will choice. So a free will choice in love hurt you, was untrustworthy. And I feel like now, I'm not even sure when this happened, but I feel like, because I do feel like you're overcoming that. But I feel like the one thing I want to say to you is, if you are with someone right now who you cannot trust, and if you would say to yourself, well, they're my only love, well, that's just not true. So know that. Okay. Let's look at this King of Pentacles real quick. Well, I guess not real quick. Cards are slow today. Well, hello, lovers. And then the Page of Wands. Taking a chance. Taking a chance. Listen, Rachel, what I'm getting for you is, again, I'm not sure how long ago this energy was where somebody just didn't treat you right. And I may have thought that they were the only, like they are my love. But truth be told, it doesn't feel like they even sit on your wheel. So to me, it's a free will choice. Now, all that being said, I feel like there is real love. There is true love. There is love that does sit upon your wheel. I do feel like, the Lovers talks about making a head over heart decision. So I do feel like, that had to happen, or that is happening, or that's what you're in right now. The Page of Wands coming next to that tells me for you to take a chance. Take a chance on me, take a chance on you. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So this could certainly be, this king could be a Virgo. I'm just going to throw that out there. The Lovers is a Gemini. Might as well throw that out there. Both of them are ruled by Mercury, by the way. Not sure why I had to bring that up. It's interesting because there's this little birdie that's whispering in her ear, and I have a feeling it's part of these lovers. Could be your spirit guides whispering in your ear. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Rachel. I guess the bottom line is, if you're unsatisfied with the way your life looks right now, there are changes that you can make, but you have to be willing to make those changes. I feel like you are in the awakened state, so it would be very hard for anyone to come around you and really, like somebody comes around and gives you all these, like, oh, baby, I love you, love it. Yeah, well, prove it. You know what I mean? And I don't mean it like, yeah, well, prove it. I mean, I'm going to give someone a chance to prove who they truly are before I make that ultimate commitment. I also feel like this is talking about your money sector too, though. It feels like you're moving into a much more, I want to say, relaxed, but also very beneficial period in your life. I feel like you're moving into a period of your life that is written. It's already written. It's destined. Now, you do have free will, so you can say no, or it can look different, for every person. But it does feel like this Ace of Cups is destined for you. It was not destined for the person who is in the Seven of Swords. It just wasn't. Okay. I'm going to leave that be. I feel like I could just go on and on with that one. Okay. I hope that helped, Rachel. All right. Let's go back. I'm also going to try to do just so you know, a reading for all signs after this, see what my energy's like. And I'll have them time stamped. But I think I might make them about love just because, I mean, I want to say Valentine's Day, but that's man made. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Um, Marigold. Marigold 6505. By the way, I want to just say again, chat replay will be on. So if you can't stick around, um, you can always listen to the replay, and your question may have been answered. I can't guarantee. Just let me say real quick, I can't guarantee that I'm going to get to everyone's questions. Never would I say that. Um, I try to make it clear that like donations have to take priority. I mean, people paid money. Like, how could I not? So, um, what else was I going to say? Oh, so chat replay will be on. Also, don't forget that you may hear your own message through another's. I mean, I always see synchronicities. All right, so Marigold. Hi, wondering if I will finally start a committed relationship with my guy or should I move on? All right, Marigold. 60, 6505. So that adds up to a 16, which would be a 7. Spiritual number. Okay. So, anyways, um, so will you finally get this committed relationship with your guy, or should you just move on? Should you just move on? I feel like I want to use the psychic tarot again. I don't know why I bring all these decks out. It seems like I stick with the same ones. But let's give them a nice shuffle first. This is for Marigold. 6505. Is her guy finally going to make a commitment, or should she just move on? Is it going to be a commitment, or should she just move on? Interesting how long it's taken the cards today to come out. So I feel like patience is a big part of what we need to know for this month. You have shadow. Card of Pisces, ruler Cancer. This is someone who's looking at, it's interesting. And I love this image because I feel like someone is from their light side looking at their dark side, which we all have. And it is about finding that balance between the light and the dark. It's interesting. I get this feeling right now like one of you are in the light and one of you are in the dark. Now, when I say in the dark, I don't mean like doing bad things. I just mean like, is he spiritually awakened type of energy? Deception and envy. Temptation, Capricorn. I know there's a lot of Capricorns here today. And then firm foundation. There's something I'm not loving here. I'm not loving this marigold. You know, I want to be very, very honest with what I feel. Of course, I want you to use your own intuition, but there something doesn't feel right. I feel like your guy is afraid of a commitment. I feel like he's afraid that if he makes a commitment, who knows what else is out there. I don't like the way he's thinking right now. Let's keep going. By the way, feel free to skip over the ads. YouTube kind of forces me to put them in there. Emotional loss, 5 of Cups. All my comments disappeared again. Obstacles and challenges. Ugh. I'm not loving the energy right now. Sacrifice and then transformation. This is a death card. Okay. This is what I'm feeling. And I feel like this is current energy. Doesn't mean it can't change. I feel like right now, you know, if I was your sister, your best friend, I'd probably tell you to move on. Now, it doesn't mean that someone can't change, can't be what you need them to be. But I feel like right now, you're in the light, he's in the dark. And I don't mean, you know, well, we do have deception and envy right next to that, with temptation right next to that. So I feel like this is what he's thinking. And I don't even like this, but I guess this is maybe how a lot of guys think. Like, okay, if I make this commitment, it does feel like a sacrifice. And then what? Is what I feel like. And then what? There's my son's birthday, my birthday right next to it. These 2 5s make me feel like, okay, this is what I feel. I'm just going to say it. I feel like it's best for you to move on. Now, I'm not saying that this person can't make a 380 and become spiritually awoken, is not afraid of like commitment. And, because I feel like I have that mentality right now of like, what if I commit myself, but then not that someone better comes along? I don't even know how to say it because it's nothing personal. It's not even about you. It's about him and his lack mentality. And I'm not putting him down when I say that. I feel like we all go through this. This is like energy we have to work through. I mean, not all of us, I shouldn't say all of us go through it, but I feel like, yeah, I do feel like you got to close the, well, you don't have to do anything, but I feel like it would serve you to close the door. Here's why. Because I feel like, I don't know. I just don't feel like he's going to make you happy. Like, I don't, it's interesting because it's reminding me of a conversation I had with my daughter where she was interested in someone who's a Capricorn, by the way, who really wasn't or isn't good for her. Now, I'm not saying Capricorn's not good for her. My granddaughter's a Capricorn. But this person wasn't, but she couldn't see it. I could see it. I could see it from the moment I heard his voice. So all I'm saying is close the door to this energy, and it doesn't mean it can't reopen. But I want, if it reopens, like it needs to reopen with a like, baby, you are the one. Like I can't live my life without you type of energy. If you don't get that, I feel like then you should move on. He's got to figure out his dark energy and he's got to learn how to balance that. And he's got to understand that living in the light is really a beautiful thing. Some people think living in the dark, that's where all the fun is at. And hey, there is fun in the dark, but it's the light that really is beneficial. Okay, I'm going to let that be, but I want you to use your own intuition. I know I'm going to say that all day today. I have a feeling. All right, all my comments left again. What is with this? I just want to go down, see if if anybody commented. Juanita, I'll be doing yours next, but I just want to go down real quick. Hi, Leanne. I think I said hi. Hi, Sadie. All right, Fluffy, Sandy, thank you. I can't believe how accurate your reading was for me. I wish I could speak to you personally just to validate how spot on your cards were about my past situation with work. You are gifted. Thank you, Fluffies. Thank you. I'm glad it resonated. Marigold, thank you. Perfectly true. He's going through a dark night of the soul. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so I just wanted to read a couple comments of those that I've already done. GR, thank you, Sandy. You're very welcome. All right, so who did I say I was doing next? Juanita. Juanita. All right. So your question is for your daughter. She's a Libra. Will she get her first son back? He was born in July 2017. Thank you. Okay. For Juanita and her daughter. I'm going to use the Lemur's Tarot, Juanita, or her daughter. Get her first son back. Will she receive him back? Juanita's daughter and her first son. Whatever we can know. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. Wow, now everything's coming out quickly. We have the Nine of Cups. I like seeing that. Excuse me, I like seeing that right now. By the way, 7, 8, 9, progression. I do feel like because the Strength card is in between the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, there may be something that your daughter had to deal with, like something within herself, that then ultimately really does become her power. But I do feel like there was something. But I also like that the 8 is following the 9, because I feel like, again, 8 is representing this year, and then 9, it's the 9 of Cups. Well, that's inner harmony, and I'm sure right now she doesn't have it. We have the 5 of Wands. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of ego. 5 of Wands is the energy where nobody really wants to back down. I get it. I definitely understand it. We have the Four of Swords healing. We have the Wheel, beautiful. We have the Chariot, beautiful. Two of Cups, beautiful. I feel like that's her son. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. And then we have, hello, Ace of Wands. Juanita, I like this a lot. Now, first of all, I can see that there are issues. I can see that there's a lot of ego. I can see that there is battling type energy. I feel like your grandson is your daughter's soulmate. And many of us, our children are our soulmates. But I literally feel like she feels kind of lost without him. Though I do feel like there's something that she had to deal with, like something that is uniquely hers that she had to look at, she had to deal with. But I think that she does. I definitely feel like she does. She could have been, it could talk about something where there was temptations, but nonetheless, I feel like healing. So this is what I feel. I feel like this can't be easy for the son, right? Because he's the one who's going, being pulled between two parents. But at the same time, I feel like, to maybe to give you some comfort and your daughter some comfort, I do feel like your grandson will heal over this energy. I definitely feel that. And I definitely feel this is a good omen of him coming back home, like back to his mom. I just want to take one more. Three of Swords. Okay, well, I'm not going to leave it there. And look at that, the Knight of Pentacles. So it makes sense that her heart is broken right now. But then here comes the Knight of Pentacles, her guardian angel. This Knight of Pentacles promises to bring in a pentacle. When? In the right time. It says that you can trust this knight beyond all. So I love the Knight of Pentacles is coming under the Nine of Cups, but also above the Ace of Wands. This knight is also looking right back at the soulmates and this healing. So this Three of Swords, this heartache that I'm sure your daughter feels, I do feel like it's going to be healed. I also feel like for the son, it's going to be healed. I don't know about the like the father type of energy. I don't know if that's going to be healed. But I feel like part of me feels like because the son wants to be with the mother, or that's what's going to happen. But I do feel like he's gonna come home. He's gonna come back home, and it's gonna be a happy day. I would say just tell your daughter, be careful not to get caught up in anybody's drama. Like if someone, like, let's say the ex is causing drama, don't get caught up in it. Rise above their drama because that's what it is. And in the Five of Wands, nobody really wins in that energy. The only one who wins is the one who says, I'm not going to be a part of this. So that's the one thing I think, like, don't be pulled into lower temptations to satisfy another. This feels very good, though. Very, very good. Okay. My prayers are with you, your daughter, and the children. For sure. Okay. I hope that helped, Juanita. All right, I'm going to do, I think it's Cheryl Lynn Brown. I'm probably saying it wrong and I apologize. I'm terrible with names, but I think that's it. So Chyllann Brown. This is for you. Is there anything I should know about my journey so far as I go? Walking in faith, not by sight. Okay. So really, we're leaving it open to your spirit guides. I'm going to pull out the good tarot. See the Chyllann Brown? Okay, what should you know about your journey so far? You're walking in faith, not by sight. All right. Well, that did not take long at all. We have the Four of Cups. We have Temperance, which is called Patience in this deck. Hello, Two of Cups. Soulmate type energy. That's being controlled by divine timing, by the way. What does that mean? It means that this is energy you can let go of control of, that just know that it will show when it shows. But first and foremost, we have to look at the Four of Cups, because this talks about discontentment or boredom in one's life. However, there is a cup that's being offered within the Four of Cups, and it's asking you to use your spiritual discernment. I'm glad that you're using your faith, right now, because I feel like that's what it's calling for. We have the Four of Swords. Interesting, you have two fours mirroring each other. One talks about discontentment in one's life, but the Four of Swords talks about healing. And then we have the Messenger of Fire. So this is something that's rushing towards you. This is an energy that's coming towards you. And it's meant to cause passion within your soul. Look at that, two messengers back to back. So now they're both knights, by the way. This is the Knight of Cups. Unexpected cup of fulfillment. It's sitting under patience. It's sitting under temperance, divine timing. So unexpected. And I feel like what it's saying to you is you just have to believe that what's meant to find you will find you. And it feels very, very good. Not only is it speaking of a cup of fulfillment, but it's also talking about the passion that you will have for it. Interesting, because, first we start with this discontentment, but everything seems to change, but it's all under divine timing. It just means when the timing is right, the timing is right. But let's take two more. So you got these two knights coming in. Well, hello, love. So there's the Lovers right under the Two of Cups. Wow. Here's the Messenger of Cups, of water, the Knight of Cups, who's meant to bring in a cup of fulfillment. Well, what does that fulfillment include? Love. With the soulmate. And then the Page of Cups. Okay. I feel like what this is saying is, right now you may not be completely satisfied with what's going on in your life. Things are about to change. Temperance, again, says, if there's something you're waiting for, but you can't control it, like I can't control the outcome, give it give it to divine, which you're already walking in your faith. So that feels perfect for you. There is a cup that comes in this Four of Cups energy. This cup is really meant to fulfill your life. I have a feeling it's speaking of love, but it's going to, it's almost like you feel it before it shows. It's kind of like, oh, I feel something good is about to happen. And lo and behold, it does. So the Page of Cups here, I feel like it's, first of all, it's healing your inner child with the Four of Swords above it. And that may be what patience is waiting for, like that inner child within you. And that means saying to yourself, like a lot of us look at our past, we call them mistakes, but they're really experiences that really help us. They're like leaping, what do I want to say? Like leaping, I want to say stones, but that's not right. Like a leaping pad from one to the next, and each one is higher and higher. So I feel like that's all Temperance is waiting for. Like once you feel secure within yourself, once you allow that inner child to heal, and that means also allowing yourself to have experiences, because the inner child, remember, is really free, unencumbered. It is life that puts all the crap upon us. So this is bringing you back to your true self. And I feel like once that happens, just keep that door open. Just keep that door open, my dear. Okay, wow. That felt powerful. I don't know if you felt it. Like I feel readings. Like I feel readings, if that makes sense. Okay. Happy end of January, by the way. All right. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm getting a lot of questions answered. Les Floors. Les Floors. All right. Hi, I wonder about love and my new business. It's been tough in both areas. Okay. La Floors. Back to the Good Witch. Or not the Good Witch, the Cozy Witch. La Floors. So, you're wondering about love and your new business. There's a lot of people starting new businesses this year, and I love it. This, if you are, you're following the universal year's energy. I do want to say, I would recommend that everybody knows what their life path is and also their personal year number. That way you know how to best handle the year. Okay. We have the High Priestess. This is your intuition. Let's see what it says. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. So true. We have the Ten of Swords. Well, that's what you're feeling right now. Hurt people, hurt people. Hurt people, hurt people. What's she looking at? She's looking at a bottle. But I can't read what it says. It's like she's thinking of throwing it out her window. But she's reading it. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Here's your change. Here it comes. Here comes the change, everybody. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. So I feel like after a period of time where it feels like maybe money wasn't flowing, I feel like it begins to flow. We have, hello, the Three of Wands. I want to read this because I love what it says here. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. This is the Three of Wands. This is about your optimism, like keeping that optimism alive. That Ace of Pentacles is right before it. So I feel like it's giving you a reason to be optimistic. It's interesting because I feel like there's something within the Ten of Swords, and like she's looking at this bottle, but I feel like she's throwing it away. It's almost like she's throwing away the contents of this box. And maybe that's what I need to do. I need to get rid of that. And when I do, it's like, boom, there's the ace. Now, listen, life is about energy. So when we do like energetic, like we make these energetic movements, like saying in the Ten of Swords, like, I'm done. I'm not taking any more swords. I'm throwing out the contents. You are rewarded, and boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Two Pentacles and the Chariot. Look at that. Unlimited potential. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. Two Pentacles is where you're really trying to make a decision, but it does ask you to be grounded first and foremost. But money-wise, I feel like it's already answering that. I feel like money's going to start flowing. We have the Patient Witch. Learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. Interesting, because you have the Chariot next to it that says you'll never get anywhere if you sit still. Now, I have to tell you, I feel like this energy really is about receiving epiphanies, and putting these epiphanies into place. Ideas. To me, it means that spirit's feeding you. And I feel like you are responding with that. And then we have the Three of Cups. Look at that. 2 threes. Well, there's our 33. So 3 cups is something to celebrate. It says, come together. Come together right now over me. Interesting. It's not really talking about love here, but it is talking about your money. And it is talking about success. And really, when you think of the Chariot, it talks about unlimited potential. I've got to believe that, though. I've got to know that. Okay, I just want to look at a couple more cards. Page of Wands, 10 of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords. Interesting, because I feel like right now, the best thing to have on your mind is your business. Now, that doesn't mean love won't be everything love should be. But right now, I feel like it's more about you being ambitious, chasing your dream. Look at that. Okay. And then comes love. Here's the Knight of Cups by the Seven of Wands. That could, that could certainly speak of July. Because I do want to, I feel like right now, the more that you can put your attention on your business, the more successful you're going to be. And I feel like as love is related, you're just opening the door, right? But you're not opening the door to any old love. Like, whoa. Sound like a gun just went off. You're looking for the right love, right? You want love to be, well, as successful as your business can be. So it may be around July, but I feel like, and even if you're in a relationship, it's still the energy of like something that comes together in a much more loving type energy. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I got to keep reminding myself that I'm not doing like personal readings, that they are personal, but like a full personal reading. Okay. So Dawn, you just jumped up on my screen. You're very welcome, Juanita. Dawn Kirsch. Just went a stupid ad. All right, where'd it go? Where'd you go, my dear? All right. General read, please. And thank you. You're very welcome. You are a Cancer. All right, let's change decks. Let's bring out the Gilded Tarot. We haven't used it at all. Queen of Cups under there. Well, that would make sense because you are a Cancer. But let's give them a shuffle. All right, so what does Dawn's spirit guides? What do you want her to know? What can she know? What can she look forward to? All right, well, Eight of Swords, self-created prison. Look at this. Two of Cups, Dawn. Soulmate. But it is, first there's the Eight of Swords though, so we do have to look at that. Judgment. It's calling you to the present moment. This is your spiritual team. They need your attention. This is about a rebirth. This Eight of Swords needs to be broken. You need to break yourself free from this. This is when, instead of, how do I say this? Listen, we all create these Eight of Swords, but we have to learn to break ourselves free from them because this is where we don't trust our energy. Instead, we put these blocks before us. Your spiritual team, though, is bringing out this Two of Cups. So it does speak about a rebirth. We have the Page of Swords, and then we have the Three of Cups. So something to celebrate. You may be hearing communication. Do I love that it is met by the Eight of Swords? I don't. Because I'm not sure what you'll do with it in that energy. And because Judgment is right next to the Two of Cups, I feel like you have nothing to fear here, but fear itself. All right, Two of Pentacles under the Two of Cups, 22. Someone may have a master number 22. We have the Three of Swords. That's what you do not want to happen again. You have the Page of Wands, but yet I feel like your spiritual team is saying, but you still got to take a chance, my dear. Two pages, by the way. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Well, there you are. So the Queen made her way out. So, Dawn. I feel like somewhere along the way, you may have lost your voice or the power of your voice. Let's put it that way. I do feel like you'll regain it. I feel like as it relates to love, very clear with the Three of Swords under judgment why that Eight of Swords was created. But that is of the past. Now, it doesn't mean I don't still feel it or I'm not still going through it. But your spiritual team is talking about what's new, right? Because again, it's about a rebirth. There's no way your spiritual team would be like, hey, get excited, Don. We're bringing you another reason to cry. No, no, quite the opposite. By the way, you have very good omen here for your money. Whatever you do, if you put the focus on it, it's going to grow to success. So if you have any questions around that, I feel like, as long as you're willing to put the work in, success will be yours. Now, I feel like success will be yours in love also. But that Eight of Swords is the only thing. I want to just write at the Eight of Swords, Three of Wands. So I need to change the way I look at life, or at least certain parts of life. Three of Wands is an optimistic view. But I live in the present moment within the Three of Wands, exactly what judgment is asking you to do. And I'm saying in the Three of Wands, I trust that my ships will come in when they're meant to come in. And it's true for all of us. It's when we're able to clear certain energy, all of a sudden we start seeing these gifts that we never expected. But yet they come in. You have to be willing to take a chance. You know what I mean? And I feel like in all areas of your life. And I feel like you need to know the importance of your voice. But I also feel like you may be hearing communication. I don't feel like it has anything to do with the Three of Swords. I feel like that's what was. You have 3 3s here, by the way. You have 2 2s, 22, and then 3 3 3. So, optimism, celebration, or heartache. I get to make the choice. Well, I don't want to live in the heartache. And I do want to live in optimism. That means that I need to break myself free from this prison. It's like I have the keys to unlock the door. I just got to use them. Your spiritual team is saying, get ready. Because change is on the horizon, but the change is all of a good nature. But you are the one who's going to have to take a chance. You know what I mean? It's like you'll be guided. You'll see the signs. Hopefully you'll see the signs. And then you have to take that chance. It almost feels like your spiritual team is saying, we're seeing, well, how do I say this? It's almost like they're making a bet. Like some of them are betting, I bet she makes that change. I bet she breaks herself free. And then I feel like there's a fear like, well, I don't know. I don't know. Now, nobody's against you. Don't get me wrong. Everybody wants you to be free. And that's really what it's about, is living free. And then when I live free, everything, the things that come to me just blow my mind. So, okay, I'm going to let that be. I feel like your guides had a lot to say. It's like I often feel when I do readings that I can tell like whose guides have guided them here. And I feel like you are one of them. Okay, I hope that helped, Dawn. Okay. I'm sliding back, guys. Going back. All right, got Juanita, got Fluffies. Lynn, LaFleurs, Sofia, okay. Dawn, got you. GR, yep. Whispers, yep. Kate, Kate, Kayt. Hi, Sandy. Hi. What guidance is there for me from my spiritual support team for now? I seem to be blocked and need a breakthrough. God bless and love to you. Thank you. Same to you, my dear. All right, so for Kate, any messages from your spiritual team? And you're feeling blocked and you really want to break through. So, what does she need to know? Okay, Universal Tarot. Like, why are you blocked? Is it a spiritual block? Which just means that sometimes spiritually we are blocked, but it may be to our benefit. All right, we have the Fool. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords. First and foremost, I feel like 7, 8, 9, 10, which is a 1. So let's look at this before we move on. The Fool, free and clear, right? It talks about beginning a new path. Now, it doesn't have to be every area of your life, but this is something to be celebrated. It's interesting. I have a feeling that from 2023, at least the majority of it, I feel like you felt blocked. But I do feel things are changing now. So let's keep going. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Moon. We have the Queen of Cups. I'm going to get the last 2 cards out there and we'll talk a little bit more. Though it is interesting because I feel like we have the King of Cups. Look at that, right next to the Queen of Cups. It's like she's got a cup in her hand. She's holding that cup. And it's like she's giving that cup to the king, and that king has accepted that cup. So I feel like we're talking about your love life. Now, this is something new, but it is an opportunity to celebrate it. So it does bring the energy of joy attached to it. Now, the moon is before that. That could certainly represent a Pisces with the queen right here, or a Cancer, the ruler of Cancer. But really what I feel like it's talking about is uncertainty. Like I can't know everything because I'm starting at the beginning, right? As the Fool, I'm just beginning. But I have a lot of wisdom. So I feel like, I feel like part of the block has been in your voice. And then we have the Nine of Wands. It's mirroring the moon. Okay. So I feel like the energy of 2023 is coming to an end. Now, we have to remember it doesn't automatically come to an end like January 1st. Sometimes it could take to like Aries energy before we really enter into the Fool's energy. But here you are entering into the Fool's energy. And Fool just means that you're not going to like bring the past with you on this next journey. It has become part of your wisdom, but it doesn't, like, the heartaches or whatever doesn't have to be part of your future. That's what was. This is about what is next. And I feel like, it does feel like a little bit of your voice was blocked. However, at the same time, I feel like during that time, I have a feeling like you received epiphanies, ideas. Now, I don't know if you did anything with them. I have a feeling you did. Um, but I feel like that block is also being lifted. And as love is related, I feel like, I just love the Queen and King together, especially of Cups. Now, it doesn't matter what your sign is again, but it's like there they are, right next to each other. Let's take a card. Seven of Swords. Okay. King of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. So I feel like what this is saying is there was someone in your life who you could not trust, who just carried untrustworthy energy. The King of Wands is looking right back at that Seven of Swords. King of Wands could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But again, it doesn't have to be. You guys are probably so tired of me saying that. And it's almost like, like this happy home was no longer happy. So changes had to be made. And I do feel like it took time to overcome that. Now, this could be anyone. I mean, it could even be a father figure. This could be something that stemmed way back. But it definitely had its effect on you. And I feel like that's part of what you've been clearing. Why? So you can get back to a place of harmony. I kind of love that this king is different than this king, because that tells me that they're two different types of people. And I think that's a good thing for you. I feel like this is just saying these blocks, and I do feel like some of them are planetary, but they do feel like they're being lifted. And I feel like you're going to get right back on track. And then I feel like love finds you. I feel at the right time. Let's take one more card. Look at there, another king. Well, okay, so let's talk about this king that just came up, because I don't feel like this is like two kings that are coming in. I feel like this is talking about the type of person. So the King of Cups, first of all, would be someone who's loving, in the upright. This is someone who's loving, and you're right next to him. This is someone who appreciates a relationship, appreciates having that special person with them. Or like something special happens during my day, you're the first person I call. And the King of Pentacles now showing to me feels like it's giving you a sense that this person is loyal. This is someone who I feel like is grounded. Also, I feel like this is someone who would come in and it's like you don't have to take care of them. They can take care of themselves. If anything, it's like you take care of each other. But on a financial level, I feel like, they're doing just fine. And I feel like you're doing just fine now when this comes together. But your past, I feel like that's what, if I can let that go, and if I'm looking for love, I got to remember that my vibration, the vibration I put out into the world, is what's going to vibrate back to me. Excuse me, it's going to vibrate back to me. So that's why the Fool was a great energy to have, because it's like you're saying, I'm ready for this next adventure. I'm ready. Wherever it's going to lead me, I'm going to follow. Now, of course, you're going to use your free will through this, but I feel like it's not showing us too far in the future, because it wants you to start at the present. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that be. Okay. So, where was I at? Sadie. Okay, Sadie. Hi, Sandy. How are you? How are you doing? And doing well. Oh, hope you're doing well. I want to know when me and my Scorpio get in a committed relationship. Okay, so this is, I'm saying Sadie, but it's Sadia? Sadia. Sadia. Oh, my screen is so dark. I just realized. Okay. So you want to know when you and Scorpio are going to get into a committed relationship. Let's use the crystal vision. All right. So when will you and your Scorpio get into committed relationship? All right, with the Five of Pentacles first, then the Moon. I have a feeling you guys probably broke up and got back together, maybe more than once. Two of Swords. Four of Cups. Three of Cups. Jeez. Three of Swords. The High Priestess. Under that, Two of Swords. This is about your intuition. And those just went to the floor. Oh, I don't want to drag my phone with me. Hang on. Three of Wands. And then the Four of Swords. Interesting, because it's not really giving us, like, you know, when we get in a committed relationship, though I do feel like there's a lot of ups and downs around the two of you. I do feel like there's something going on. I do feel like you've had your heart broken in this relationship. Though I do, you know, with the Four of Swords here, the ability to heal that is for sure. Like, you have the ability to heal that. Four of Cups talks about discontentment and boredom in your life as it currently is, and it's being mirrored over here by the Five of Pentacles. It's almost like you're saying, you know, if we're not going to get in a committed relationship, then maybe I should get going. Then you have these two threes, which are both of good energy, optimism, joy. But then you have the Three of Swords. So I feel like I want to take We have Judgment, your spiritual team, with the Five of Swords. Let's do one more after that. And the Hermit. All right. My dear, I'm going to be as honest as I can possibly be. I feel like there's issues with you and Scorpio. And I feel like, I do feel like Scorpio's like stabbed you in the back a few times. Now, I'm not saying that Scorpio is a bad person, but I do feel like Scorpio's energy to your energy right now feels a little toxic. You know, like maybe we argue a lot. You know, communication may not be great. But then you have the Hermit over here, which is really a deep understanding. You know, I don't feel that the two of you are going to make a commitment. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't or you don't, especially with the High Priestess. Of course, you want to use your own intuition, but what it's showing me is a lot of conflict. And, you know, it feels like you are taking the brunt of it. Like it's your heart that's aching. You know, it's you getting these swords in your back. Now, I'm not going to say it's all you or all him, you know, Scorpio. It could be both because I do feel like there's been some arguing and I feel like both can use like cutting type words, as so can I. Um, I just don't see it. The Ten of Pentacles. Someone would have to be awful grounded to get into the Ten of Pentacles energy. So let's put it this way. I'm not going to say never, but I do wonder how long you will want to wait. I feel like, because right now, I feel like your energy is toxic to each other. More so Scorpios to you. But, you know, we can't take ourselves out of the picture completely. Now, as much as you may not like this, I do feel like your spiritual team is like, we're going to help heal whatever needs to be healed. But listen, let's say Scorpio never wants to make that commitment. Do you want to wait? Or do you want to see what else is out there? Because that's what I'm feeling. Like maybe, just maybe, there's someone else on your wheel who won't give you so much problems. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I wish I could tell you, like, oh, it's going to happen soon, but I just don't feel that. But I feel like you ultimately will be okay. And I feel like, you know, this is your spiritual team coming out for you. And they're the ones that are saying that the energy has become toxic. You know, and I feel like you deserve to live in the Ten of Pentacles energy. But I don't feel that you're going to get that with Scorpio, at least not right now. All right, I'm going to let that be. I wish I had better news. But, you know, in the long run, you may, you know, and listen, it may be a year, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's only a month. Someone may come along that makes you, I don't want to say forget about Scorpio, but maybe a better lifelong partner for you. Okay. I guess not everything can be great news. Well, I just knocked myself out of the comments. Hi, S Yoga. Thank you, my dear. I don't know if you asked a question. I'm going to look real quick. Look at these. I missed all of these. All right. Hi, Don Fox. Your spiritual team is drinking tequila. Close enough for the last name. S Yoga. Okay, I was just looking. I don't see anything for you. But if it changes, I just want to add. Hang on one second, guys. S Yoga, you're always the best. Like you're always supporting me, and I really appreciate that. Um, all right. All right. For those who donate, try to put your question, if you don't mind, within like in your donation. That way, because sometimes people just donate just because, you know, they're loving, I guess. Um, but RJ, I found your question. So I'm going to RJ. Let's just say RJ. RJ. Oh, you just wanted to show a little gratitude. Well, thank you, RJ. That's exactly what I was just saying. Thank you, my love. All right, Alex. What's to come in love? Alex X. What's to come in love with R? With R. Let's use the psychic tarot. It's for Alex. What's to come in love with R for Alex? Just so you guys know, I cut them each time. To me, it's a symbol that I'm starting a new reading. It's just something that I've just worked out with my guides, I guess. All right, so Alex, we have the 9, which is spiritual strength. We have the Magician, awareness. We have the Tower. And then we have the 3 of Wands. I'm sorry, the 3 of Pentacles, recognition and reward here. I have a feeling something came in between you and R, and that's what the Tower is, disruption. But I also feel like it was, if we can say it this way, an opportunity to learn maybe more about oneself, but also maybe like each learning about the other at the same time. It's interesting because I feel like you and R, I feel like you do know each other like on a soul level. Maybe you don't know that yet, but I feel that. We have the 8 of Swords, trapped in fear. And then we have financial and material changes under awareness. The 8 of Wands. patience and planning. That is the Seven of Pentacles. I'm taking this right down the middle. The Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. The Nine of Cups. And then the Moon, which is called Shadow here. Which, by the way, if you add the 8 plus a 1, it's a 9. 999. Another 9. I have a feeling there has to be, or there's been a lot of reflection over the two of you. I feel like it just couldn't be any other way. I feel like sometimes these disruptions, or tower moments, we think it's the end and like that's that. But listen, I feel like what it's done for someone is it's really shown them like themselves, maybe within a relationship. You have first and foremost independent success, but then you have fulfillment of wishes, which is of an emotional nature. I don't know if R would be a Pisces or a Cancer. Doesn't really matter. I just want to look under these. Okay, I like that. The Empress. And, I kind of like these two energies together. I don't know why. I feel like together they feel like powerful. 8, 9, 10, 11. I feel like if you two can overcome what towers the world has given you, some of these towers we've created ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. I do feel like the two of you can really overcome a lot. I don't love that the Eight of Swords is here. That means someone is in this self-created prison, right? Someone. But if it's R, let's say, and then the Empress, I feel like I'm able to overcome this. And I love the spiritual strength is right above this self-created prison. Because again, it's using my spirituality, my spiritual team is helping me to see this self-created prison. And then I feel like when that happens, it feels like energy starts to move. What do we have under here? I definitely feel like there's love. I do feel like, this is a type of relationship where patience is going to be needed. And I feel like, the love is there. And I also feel there may be someone who doesn't feel independent within themselves. And that's important that they find that energy. Now, let's say it's R. I don't feel like there's a lot you can do about that. Like this is energy that R would have to deal with. But coming to that type of energy, there could have been something in R's life where they felt, untrustworthy energy, and now it's hard for me to like give my all. But I feel like eventually, you know what I mean? Eventually, but I do feel like there are things to overcome. Now, I do feel like the two of you can overcome them. But I have to say, can I tell you absolutely? Well, because it's free will, it's hard to say whether, the two of you will, let's say, have union for the rest of this lifetime. Now, you got all the potential. But this Eight of Swords it's human energy. And that's what I have to learn. So, and I feel that's R. So I do feel like there's a potential really of, this being a very spiritual, abundant, and potentially loving type of relationship. But if we don't overcome, these previous towers, If we don't recognize each other for exactly who we are, then it feels like there's issues. And ultimately, I feel like if I look at these towers and I see, like, instead of how they broke us down, how they build us up, it's a difference of perception. And in that different perception, I feel like it manifests differently. Okay. I hope that made sense. So, good potential, even better than good, but it doesn't guarantee. Not when like those 8 of Swords are there. Okay. I hope that helped, Alex. Um wow, it's 4 o'clock already. Thank you, Michael. Um I'm going to go to Dawn Fox. I don't know if you're still here. I know a lot of times you're at work. I'd like to know if my daughter is going back to school to get her master's. This is for Dawn Fox. My beautiful Dawn. Dawn, just so you know, if you're not here, and a few of you, I canceled my membership program because YouTube made me so mad. Um, they guaranteed you a bonus, but yet, of course, that didn't happen. And it was ridiculous. So I canceled. I'm like, well, you're taking 70 or 30% of what I make. You would think that you would work with me here. And they didn't. So I was like, well, then I'm canceling my membership. Now, another reason why I was thinking of doing it anyways, I just want to make this clear real quick for those who are members. Another reason why I did it is because some of you are paying for membership readings. And what I decided to do instead is just to go live for everyone. But I know who you are. Like I know who my members are or were. And then I just started one tier where it's just a thank you, Sandy. Um, where you can just thank me for if you want to. I mean, that's totally up to you. Um, but just so you guys know, that's why you may get a notification that your membership was canceled. It was me. It was my anger. um, and I'm still a little angry, to be honest. But okay. I feel like I was just about to do someone's reading. Oh, you're a Pisces, Alex. Okay. RJ, thank you. Yoga, thank you. I so much appreciate that. Kat, that was incredibly helpful. Yes, I want to leave a Leo behind. I'm a Pisces rising. That reading was amazing. I've been stuck for years. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. I was afraid you were. I was afraid. Not afraid. Um. Oh, Dawn. Funny you started my read at 333, and my phone died at 33%. Um. It's like I always want to give positive readings, but same time we got to be truthful. All right, guys, I'm going to be on for maybe another 15 minutes because I still want to do a reading for y'all. Um, and Sam is making us homemade spaghetti. He's Italian, so he makes his own sauce. I mean, how lucky am I to end up with a guy who I don't know if he loves to cook, but I haven't cooked a day. Well, I shouldn't say a day. Um, like he cooks all of our meals. Okay. Sadie, yeah, it's funny you're listening to Libra from 2018. I always tell people, like, don't even think about the time. It's like I hate putting a month on them because, or even the year on them, because I feel like certain readings are just meant for a lifetime. And I feel like certain readings will reach people or you'll reach them just when you need them. So I like that verification. So thank you, Sadia. Okay. So just so you know, guys, I'm only staying on for probably another 15 minutes. Feel that too. Just seeing. Thank you, Sadia. I was just reading your comment. Thank you so much. Hi, Shanta. All right, Tara. Tara Norton. Your birthday is April 8th this year. Isn't it always this year? Oh, and this year there's a solar eclipse. What's in store for me? I thought you were saying your birthday changes. What's in store for me and the collective? So I'm assuming you mean regarding the solar eclipse around the April 8th. So what's in store? What's in store? Um, can use a cozy witch. I just want to let you know, what is today? Wednesday. I may come back live again on Saturday. So what I'm trying to do, just so you guys know, is I'm trying to do more lives just so I can connect with more of you. And even if it's your first time here, I feel like I've known everyone forever. I mean, we probably have known each other. We're probably all soulmates, and we'll probably meet each other like in heaven and be like, "Hey, I remember watching you." Okay. Oh, Dawn, did I answer your question? I feel like okay, wait a minute. I feel like I was just about to answer Dawn's question, and then I lost track. Oh, thank you for watching my daughter's readings. I appreciate it, Dawn. By the way, my daughter has a channel. It's called Jenny Love Tarot, and she does much shorter readings than I do. Um, okay, now I'm very lost. I'm just reading, guys. I feel like I was going to answer a question. Okay, Dawn. And then I'll go back. I forget who that was, but I'll go back. So, Dawn, you want to know if your daughter is going to go back to school to get her master's? It's funny if I already answered it, but I don't feel like I did. I think I started talking about the memberships because Dawn is a member, or was a member. Queen of Cups. Ace of Wands. I like that. First of all, the person in the Queen of Cups is looking out into the world. She's sitting on her front porch. She's very casual. You know, there's not a lot of angst, but she is thinking about her future. And I love that the Ace of Wands then shows. So to me, the Ace of Wands feels like a yes. But I feel like I do feel like she's thinking about it. I feel like, you know, the less pressure, the better. But I feel like that's her ultimate goal. Let's go with what's face up first. Three of Pentacles, beautiful. The Eight of Wands, and then the Five of Pentacles. So I do think she's going to go back and get her master's. I don't know if it's away from where she normally lives, but I do feel like there's some type of even change, like in location, maybe schools type of energy. I feel like the universe definitely has your daughter's back. And I feel like, you know, let's just put it this way. I feel like whatever your daughter's going to do in the world, she's going to do it well. She's going to do it well. I just want to take one right over the middle, the Tower. Interesting, because the reason why I took one over the middle is because we have the Five of Pentacles. So I want to know a little bit more about that Five of Pentacles, but I almost felt like your daughter is taking like psychology, you know, like where she's helping others to overcome like the issues, you know, like losing my home, or, you know, whatever life's disruptions are. I feel like she's got that kind of soul. And then the Six of Swords. So I do feel like ultimately she's helping people. It's like she's helping people to help themselves. But that wasn't your question. Question is, will she get her master's? And I feel like yes, she will. I feel like, you know, as a mother, like, you know, try not to put any pressure on her. I know that I don't think that you are, because I feel like it needs to come from like her calm mind. And then I think it's just going to happen. But I feel like, you know, like I'm looking even a little further past that. And I just feel like, you know, I just feel like your daughter, well, she's going to be someone of the world. That's for sure. She's going to be someone that the world needs. All right, guys, I'm going to do one or two more. Dang it. Whose was I going to do? And then I got off track. Oh, Tara. Okay. So your birthday is on April 8th this year. It's the same time as the solar eclipse. What is that? What's in store for you and for the rest of us? Let's use the Tarot Dreams for that. Again, guys, I just want to remind everyone I'm going to be on for like another 10 minutes. And then I am going to go do a reading for y'all. And I'll have them time stamped. I'll do it for each sign. And I think I'm going to do about love. But, you know, I'm not going to leave out life if it wants to come out. All right, so Tara, April 8th. Solar eclipse. What does that mean for her and the rest of us? And thank you for asking about the rest of us. Be funny if we got the sun and the moon together. We have faith. Taurus. Is that Taurus's? No. Taurus would be the 22nd and on, I believe. Anyways, faith. Wow. Palace of Cups. Judgment. Queen of Wands. The Chariot. And the Palace of Wands. Interesting. First of all, look at these two palaces. And look what they're connected to. One is the Chariot. Unlimited potential. I feel like something big is happening. I feel like for a lot of us, and probably you, Tara, I feel like a lot of this is, it's almost like, why is it making us believe in our faith more? I want to go right underneath that. Look at that, the Knight of Pentacles, our guardian angel. It's like our spiritual team is very involved. Let's finish this with one more. Death card, a rebirth, transformation. So some type of major transformation happening. It's almost like it's moving us out of one house into another house. I feel like our spiritual team is all around this energy. And I feel like really what it wants us to do is be prepared to take action. Now, I'm not saying like you have to take action because something bad is going to happen. I feel quite the opposite. I feel something very, very good is going to happen. I feel there's real clarity. And I feel like our faith, let's put it this way. I feel like any lies that we've been telling ourselves or others have been telling us, this is about us knowing within our soul of souls what is true and what is not true. I feel like there's been a lot of lying in the world. A lot of, I don't even know how to explain it. You guys know, you live in the same world. It just feels like it's been like one thing after another. I feel like major changes is coming. And I feel like, those who are, let's just say, living in more of a dark type energy, I feel like, or let's put another thing, anything done in the dark will come to the light. I have a feeling for some who don't want things to come to the light, they're going to come to the light. And they're going to have to be dealt with. Now, that's between them and their guides or God. But for those of us who are living more in the light, I feel like this is saying that there are tremendous things, tremendous changes. And it really moves us into a period of time of unlimited potential. I do feel like old things are ending so that new things can begin. It is like we're having a rebirth. And I'm glad you asked for everyone, because that's what I'm feeling. So I feel like, if you are coming from the dark and you're here, just know that, like, okay, maybe I should change things around or, not do that anymore. I feel like there's time to be one's unique self. And then I feel like there's major change. But if all feels of a good nature, except for those who, again, are doing things in the dark, you will be revealed. It will be revealed. And there's no hiding. You cannot hide. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, Tara, thanks for asking that question. I feel like that helped all of us. I just want to read Dawn's comments real quick. Thank you. She has a lot of loss in her life and suffers from, yeah, I remember. Right now, she's doing speech pathology, stopped going to school, went to rehab for alcohol, now on antidepressants and anxiety, doing a lot better. You know, it's good that I saw her like sitting on the porch in a very calm, like I felt a calmness within her. Um, so I'm glad that I saw her. Oh, I just went to add. But I'm glad that I saw that. Son of a gun. Maria, yeah, I canceled the memberships. And I canceled them because I got in a little bit of a fight with YouTube, and um I got mad and I canceled I canceled the memberships just because, well, it's a long story. I did start a new one, but I'm just not doing one where it's because I'm going live for everyone, but I also know who's a member and who's not a member. You know what I mean? But that's why it was canceled. All right, guys. I know there's more questions, but I have got to go now. I just want to make sure. I'm just looking so that hopefully my next one I can see who I did not get. Okay. All right, guys. I hate to cut you off. You guys know I hate to end these readings. I always hate to end these readings. But I have to. So I will I'm just randomly going live. And I just went live yesterday. I went live today. Today's Wednesday. I'll probably go live Friday or Saturday. Definitely, if you're a subscriber, have your notifications on and have it 100% so that you can see the link and click on it. Because I swear, if I don't get you in one, I'll get you in another, and I'm just going to keep doing it. Like I'm learning to really love these lies and being able to answer these questions for you. I feel like it's part of my duty for all that you've done for me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't get mad that I had to cut the, that I had to stop now. And have patience and know that if I don't get you this time, I'll get you next time. I promise. Anyway, I love you guys. I thank you. And I will see you next time. By the way, I'm going to do a reading after this. And that's another thing. I've got to leave myself time because I have to eat and then a reading. But it's going to be for all of you, and I will have a time stamp. So I love you guys. I thank you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye bye.